MAGA comes to talk. What the media do, what the media do when it comes to covering Democrats is insane. Now, there's a lot out there, obviously, on Walls. This guy is corrupt. He's a liar. He will never get beyond this stolen valor question. And Kamala is being protected by the media. Walls, everything about him is out there, and more's coming out every minute of every hour, right? But there's a lot of covering up going on with Kamala. I'm going to give you a couple examples here. Then there's many more. Yesterday, the story is Kamala had this rally, and I saw on X the crowds, and it was packed. I don't know what the exact number was, but there were a lot of people there. And the media left something out. If you go to my Twitter, Brian Craig Show on Twitter, I have a detailed article about this, which I'm going to break down on the next live stream where I'm taking live calls when I get to the radio station. But like the last Kamala event that they had with the twerkers in Atlanta, this Wisconsin event was not a rally. It was a free concert for a local folk music band that has won a Grammy. So they're giving a free concert to a local band that won a Grammy that's popular in the area. And then they pull out Kamala in Walls and act like everyone's there for a Kamala Harris rally. And they pack, I don't know who they pack behind her holding up the Harris wall signs to make it look like it's a Kamala Harris rally, but it's not. It was another concert. This is the second time they've done this in a week, right? Philadelphia with the twerker, and now this. So they have put on two fake rallies that are really concerts, and the media are not reporting it. There's some other things, too, that's going on. Because when I watched it yesterday, because I watched a little bit of it, because I wanted to hear what she sounded like. She was wearing a lot of makeup, looked like she's got some Botox going on there. But I saw a little bit of it on TV, and then I saw it up in my Twitter feed, my X feed, and saw the crowd. And then this morning, as I'm going through the news and doing my show prep, I see that it was another free concert with a Grammy Award-winning local band. I mean, come on. What is it with the media? Why won't they report these truths? Now, there's something else, too. Influencers, and there's some new ones. There's more and more influencers are coming out. It's an everyday occurrence now, who are talking about how the Kamala Harris campaign is paying them to go to events, cover events, pretend to support her, and give favorable coverage about the events. One girl said they paid her $20,000. Donald Trump does not pay influencers. It's all organic, okay? And, it's okay to pay influencers to promote products and services, but what they're doing with this instance, right, is giving a false impression that there's this large support for Kamala Harris. They throw free concerts, fill up the venues with people that are there for the free music from hit groups in the area, bring in fake paid influencers to do propaganda posts on their socials or streams and promote how much they're into her and what a great event it is. It's just a complete lie. And, yesterday when she was talking, Kamala, it just birds me that the media do not cover these two massive scandals going on. By the way, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. You'll love my content. I'm the most pro-Donald Trump person you'll ever find. So those are two things. I don't understand why the media don't cover these stories. Don't they want to have stories? So then there's even more, okay? When Kamala was talking yesterday, she was talking about how she was a tough prosecutor, and she's trying to portray Trump as a criminal, even though all these Trump charges and crimes are fake. And I got, for the last couple days, I've been doing some searching. I did this live on my live stream yesterday afternoon, but I did a little more searching today and last night. I have not been able to find a video or a photograph of her in a courtroom arguing a case as a prosecutor in front of a jury. If you do Google searches for that, what come up are Senate hearings, mostly Kavanaugh. Some photographs of her behind a desk when she was district attorney or attorney general, but I've not been able to find any video or photographs of her in a courtroom in front of a jury arguing a case, this tough career prosecutor. And, attorneys that are courtroom attorneys take photographs of themselves in court. They think they look cool and everything else, and all the time. Nothing of her. Now, she was an attorney in California where they have cameras in all the courtrooms in California. That's why the high-profile trials like O.J. and Peterson and the Menendez brothers and Robert Blake, that's why all those things are televised. They have cameras in the courtrooms in California. So no, they don't have cameras in federal courtrooms, but she was not a federal person. She was a California attorney, so they have cameras and video. So there's a couple possibilities with that. One possibility is that she never went to court and didn't argue cases in front of juries. That's possible. But the other thing is maybe the few times she did it, because she was always a political person trying just to get political office. Another possibility is she may have done it, but it was in front of, it was with cases that are embarrassing to her, that maybe she lost or minor cases, something about the cases are embarrassing. I don't know what it is. It's one of those two things. But if they had video and photos of her in courtrooms in front of juries arguing a case and being a tough prosecutor and everything, we would see it. It would be everywhere. And it's not out there. So I find that fascinating. And I don't think, other than me, I don't think that has occurred to anyone. It popped in my head a couple days ago when I started looking. So that's a big question, right? Why aren't we seeing any of these videos? What are your thoughts? Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, all right? You will very much enjoy my content. And if you're already sub, please like the video, okay? But what are your thoughts on no video or photographs of Kamala in a courtroom in front of a jury? Don't you find that unusual? Right? I find it shocking. I find it shocking. And I hope other people pick up on this and start asking that question, because it's hard to believe she never was in a courtroom. Okay, it's hard to believe. So are the cases she doesn't want people to know that she prosecuted, or was she never in case? There's a lot of people that go to law school, become attorneys, and never go into courtrooms. That is not unusual. Even though she was the public prosecutor and attorney general, that does not mean she tried cases. And usually what happens, people that reach those elected offices, they try cases as they're working their way up. So if anybody has any updates on that, let me know. But also let me know why do you think we're not seeing video or photographs of Kamala in courtrooms? I don't know. Pretty crazy stuff. Pretty crazy stuff. Now, the free concert that she threw yesterday in Wisconsin, there's a big story in the Gateway Pundit on that. It was not a rally. It was a free concert for a Grammy Award-winning local group. I have that article on my Twitter at Brian Craig Show. It's also on the Gateway Pundit, and I'm going to break it down in detail on the next stream. Total media cover-up, not just on that yesterday, but J.D. Vance did something that was probably the most historic moment in vice presidential candidacy history when he walked over to Air Force 2 yesterday and confronted the press corps covering Kamala about her not asking questions. That was one of the biggest boss moves I have ever seen in a presidential campaign. It was huge. Huge. Pretty big deal, right? It's second only to Trump having the press conference with Bill Clinton's sex assault victims and accusers. But it's right after that. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, who would even think of that? And it really shows you that Trump made the right choice when he picked J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance is awesome. I mean, he just kicked butt yesterday. That's right. Trump has a rally on Friday, which, of course, will be an exciting one. Absolutely. Oh, J.D. Vance is very good. He's very impressive. And when you've got a Marine who's been deployed to Iraq running in the Republican Party as vice president, does it make sense for Kamala to pick this stolen valor guy to run for vice president against JD? His stolen valor thing is going to get worse for him. It's going to snowball. Military people, both veterans and those who currently serve, do not tolerate that stuff. And, there's been a stolen valor group coming after him for years in Minnesota. So usually when a stolen valor issue comes up, it's a slow thing, because it comes out, then people have to investigate and verify. But these guys have been pissed off at walls in Minnesota for years, so everything's already there. And that's why things are coming out so hard, and it's going to snowball. One of the worst things that you can do in this country, if you're a person in public life like that, is stolen valor. I mean, it is a big deal to veterans and military personnel, and to everyday Americans too that are not veterans. It's a big deal, and he's on video lying about being in combat. So that's the worst. Now he is never going to apologize for it. So it's going to get worse for him. It's going to snowball. It's going to be, how snowballs, you roll the snowball, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what's going to happen, because he will never apologize. He will never admit it. They'll start talking about deep fake and all of that, like they were doing with Biden being checked out right before they pushed him out of the race. He was in the military, but he claimed that he had been in combat when he wasn't. That's the stolen valor. And also, as soon as his unit was deployed, he abandoned his men. He had 500 men under his command, and as soon as they got the orders to go into the combat zone, he abandoned his men. He's a coward. And then he's been claiming for years to have been in combat when he was not. And some of his men that went without him because he abandoned them didn't make it. All right, guys, I got to run and head into work. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. If you're already subscribed, like the video. And I'll see you on the next video in just over an hour on the live stream taking calls. I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching.